Do 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 do. What's my link to my live video now? Not new layout. How do I add a speaker? How do I add invite? Hey, it's Steve.
Hey, Steve.
So
Sorry, I was helping my dad when he called.
No, that's fine. I mean, is this still a good time to talk for a few minutes, or?
Yeah, I could talk for a few minutes.
I just sent you a link. If you just kind of want to check out you want to do this by video or by phone? What's better for you?
By video,
All right, so yeah, I just sent you a link.
All right.
I just sent you a link to the YouTube. Let's probably stay on the phone as far as questions because I haven't figured out how to make that work yet on the software. But yeah, it's just you. If you can jump on the video link, then I can show you around from there.
All right, that sounds sweet.
Yeah, so you see it there? It's a YouTube something link.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have this figured out better by next week, but whatever. Yeah, so just let me know when you're in and watching and kind of get started.
All right. Steve, I'm gonna go on mute for 1 second.
That's fine. Yep.
Yeah, Steve.
Yeah.
Can I call you back in 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
All right, thank you.
I think. Bye-bye. If we have other cash buyers coming, that's fine. They can also attend. Oh, I'm not sure I know. Hello, you there? Or not? Log back in. You were there, and then you disappeared. We're going to do this one as a conference call today, mostly. I'm only here for a few minutes anyway.
Hello?
Hey, yeah, so we're still trying to figure out the technology. So I'm going to show you stuff on the live. I've only got a little bit of time today, unfortunately. I'm going to show you stuff on the live, and then we'll just talk through the phone. I'm just going to fold Ryan in, too, so we can kind of cover the basics.
All right.
Hang on a second.
You reached WeBuyHouses.com.
All right, let's just get started. I'm not sure where Ryan's at. All right, so basically, what you're going to, and we were talking with the AI software dialers this morning. I'm talking to one more tomorrow. And basically, what that's going to allow us to do is that's going to give us an automated dial out solution for like 25. Well, the other one's 65 cents a minute. So I'm trying to figure out if they're actually any better. But that'll be an automated dial out solution for basically you upload a list and it will dial and follow a script and follow some rules and whatever. So if you were to buy a list of names, it would automatically dial that list of names, and it would fold that list of names automatically into our CRM. Whatever responses were gotten, it would be tracked as credited to you, your list, whatever, your campaign, however you choose to set it up, so that we can really start streamlining the outbound dialing. Doesn't mean you can't also dial, but it means that if you're in a situation where, hey, I don't really want to do all the dialing or whatever, you're able to pick and choose that, as one of your marketing campaigns. So based on what we talked about yesterday, kind of what questions did you have to start with? And we'll kind of go from there.
Remember, one of my questions was how to find homes, like sort homes through applications like PropStream, Zillow, things like that.
Yeah. So basically, if you're in let me log into so there's lots of ways to find homes, but if you're in a PropStream, I think I still have my account. I might have actually canceled it. But if you're in a PropStream, you're looking to dial or you're looking to search for really the following criteria. You want, variations can be done, whatever. I'm not saying this is the only set of variations, but whatever, fine. So the criteria, and I'm not that expert with PropStream, but if you wanted to filter by property characteristics, we're okay with all classifications. But really residential, the rest of these aren't great. Like they don't even have multifamily as a category. I guess they must call that residential. Property type, so single family we're okay with. Condo townhouse is okay. Multifamily 2 to 4 is okay. Multifamily 5+ isn't horrible. Now, that being said, you could decide to do a campaign which focused on apartment house 100 plus units. I'm actually doing one like that myself. You could focus on, boarding or rooming houses, blah, blah, blah. But the scripting and how you talk to these folks gets a little different. So we recommend people start off up here. Bedrooms, bathrooms, we don't really have a minimum, but if you were to set it, I would say the minimum is 2. But again, I am working on that one from Hazleton as a 1-bedroom. We prefer, you don't have to exclude HOAs, but we don't love them either. HOAs are kind of a pain in the butt. So I normally wouldn't exclude them, but HOAs are homeowner associations. Basically, think of a bunch of Karens who volunteer to be on a board for their neighborhood, and they measure your grass every week. And if your grass is too high, they send you a fine. This one's an important one. MLS status. Never listed. Or sold, failed. Those are fine. I don't want we don't want anything that is involving a realtor. One of your first questions with on market, no, for example. You don't want anything MLS. One of your first questions is, are you working with a realtor? If yes, we don't touch it until you're not working with a realtor anymore. Pre-foreclosure and bank owned, you can specify, you want to see notice of default. Those are always good. You may not want only those. You click this, you're only going to get those. It has to be that. But, these are good. Auctions, I don't love auctions, but they're not horrible. Bank owned, skip it. We don't want those. Exclude foreclosures. Coin toss, because once the bank officially starts foreclosure proceedings, they get a lot bitchier. So if I was to select anything here, I would select NOD. But I normally leave that one open. Are you seeing the screen, by the way?
No, I'm not. I'm only seeing you.
Oh, well, then that was totally not helpful.
I'm sorry too. I should have let you know. I didn't think you were showing me at the truth song.
Yeah, let me present. Sorry, let me back all that up, I guess. Share screen. All right. Don't show these tips again. Share entire screen. I don't care about sharing system audio. Yes, share that. Fine. Sorry, I didn't even realize that wasn't there.
That's all right.
So, all right, let me go back to PropStream again. Where did PropStream go? Okay. So, backing up again, you can see it now, right?
Yep.
All right. So, filter, search options, owner occupied. We prefer no, but any is also okay. I don't mind if I'm doing a deal now with someone's living in the property. Occupancy status, either one, but sometimes you might want to focus on vacants. But again, either one. 2 of the deals I have going on right now, actually 3 of the 5 deals we have closing this month are occupied. So any is okay here. The non-owner occupied is really the one that's a little bit of a preference. Property characteristics, residential, single family condo, multifamily 2 to 4. Again, you can do apartment house. You can do these as specialties, but they have different scripting. They have different stuff. We don't really have minimums and maximums for bedrooms and bathrooms, but if I were to do a minimum, it's 2. But again, we're working on a deal for a 1-bedroom, right? Or we have a deal under contract with a 1-bedroom. Square feet. I usually don't mess with any of these because these are fine. MLS status on market. No, we don't want it to be on market. Or if we do, we want it to be failed, sold, or never listed. Listings type, we don't want it on market. On market, no. Listing type, if there is a listing for sale. I think this kills the rest of these off, basically. Pre-foreclosure and bank owned. any of these, I wouldn't check off really any of these, but if I was going to, it would be notice of default. Default releases, maybe. But again, if you check them off, it has to have that. So if you don't check them off, you're going to get them anyway. Ownership info, years, you can choose years of ownership. You can say, so individual, corporate, mixed, or trust, we're okay with all of these. We don't care how they're owned. But again, for certain campaigns, you might have an individual campaign. You might have a corporate campaign, whatever. So there's no requirement on these, but as you'll learn in more of the class, in more of the trainings, you might specialize down. But right now, you want the broadest list possible. Lien, bankruptcy, divorce status. This is another great one. Has active lien, has active bankruptcy, has divorce. We are okay with these. Again, you can not select it, and they'll be in the mix, or you can say, I want to do a divorce marketing. I want to reach out. Has divorce, has active bankruptcy, has active lien. I'm looking. I want to see people who are in some kind of suck zone right now. These are very good targets to go after. So there's no reason not to check them off. And what I usually do is I'll check stuff off, and then if I'm not getting enough leads, I'll start unchecking stuff until the number of leads grows to a number that I want to deal with. You know, if you check these things off and you get 4, well, 4 is not a lot. You start unchecking, and all of a sudden you got 4,000 or 400. Okay, now I'm at a number I want to deal with. Specific lien type. Not really, but if I were to pick, I would say tax lien, a child support lien, and the only reason for the utility lien or mechanics liens is, and this is again an advanced trick. So for you, I wouldn't do it, but if I were to buy the utility lien or the mechanics lien from the mechanic or the utility, mechanic meaning contractor, the foreclosure. So if the guy owes a $5 utility lien and I buy the utility lien from the utility, I can then force that home, because I'm now the holder of a lien that he's behind on. I can force him into court and possibly force him to sell the house. I'm no longer his friend. He now hates me, but I could possibly force him to sell the house. Do I get an advantage out of that? Not so much. So the reason I like tax lien, child support lien is because they're big and they're scary. And these people are afraid of them. And now you're calling up and you're their helper. So, but again, you check them off and you get any kind of lien. So you kind of live in that universe. Valuation and equity info. These are, estimated value, estimated rental income, gross yield, gross plus. Again, for you right now, I would leave these alone. Loan to value information. We will teach later how to handle those mortgage info. Number of open mortgages. Again, these are more sophisticated questions. So initially, your answers are going to be property characteristic related, possibly vacant, possibly non-owner occupied. You can go either way here. MLS status, very important. No, we don't want the thing to have an MLS status. So then we don't want to have an MLS status. All right, so then you want to look at location. So let's look at
Let's try Lackawanna first.
either one. Well, I think I'm going to put them both in, actually. Luzerne and Lackawanna are right next to each other. So, which, let me just show you real quick on the map here. So, you know what? County PA map is what I wanted to show. Actually, this is probably a better map here. Why is this taking a flipping long? Three o'clock as well, or 2:30 as well, if you want. But basically, what I wanted to show you is here's Luzerne, here's Lackawanna. Route 80 here, roughly. So Interstate 80 is here, Interstate 81 is here. So pretty much anything north of 80 and east of, plus or minus 81, anything in here. But that's why Luzerne, Lackawanna, Wyoming, the reality is that out here are smaller towns. So out here is smaller population base. So the most of your best value, your best value property, don't say your highest price because some of them are out here, but are here. We're also okay out this way where the Poconos are, Honesdale, Stroudsburg, like that. Over this way gets a little more cows and banjos. I mean, Williamsport's a good place and whatever, but if you stay in here, that's probably it. Or if you stay in here, which is more the Pocono, more the vacation areas. So geographically, that's what you're looking at. So you're saying, again, you can do Luzerne County, PA, and now here's a list of possible prospects that it's found for you. They found 5,380 unique properties. Okay, now we start playing with our filters. Now we start saying, I want it to be vacant. Oh, now we're down to 322. Okay, well, that's not a bad number to start with. I mean, that's, it's 300 is not a lot, but it's also a manageable quantity for you. You could look at property characteristics and you could say, okay, I don't want single families. Now I'm down to 65. I'm like, okay, I want 5 pluses. Now I'm at 324. Odd that so I went up by 2. That's the other thing. In our region, we don't have a lot of high volumes. And we really didn't select much else for characteristics. So in the county, according to PropStream, they have 324 that fits. Now, if you were to switch that to no, you're not. Okay, why is it not doing that? I want it to be. Now 124. So 324, 124. Now I'm at almost 500. I got a reasonable list to start with. And you can order the skip trace phone numbers and yada, yada, yada. Now you'll see I just clicked vacant here, and all of a sudden it dumped a whole much more on here. And truthfully, I don't know. I'm not a PropStream expert because we use other softwares. But we already selected vacant over here, and it just gave us a bunch more. So don't, you can play around with this. You can play around with, I want free foreclosures. I want to see, I want to see vacant. I want to see high equity. High equity means they don't owe a lot on their mortgage. Means that they're maybe more open to doing seller financing or other creative stuff. But I would say play with vacants. Play with pre-foreclosures. That's another good one. You got 30 pre-foreclosures you can play with. You can play with, these are my searches that I've previously done. Sorry. So really with that, I mean, you've got 1,800 if you go after vacants. And again, you got more if you go to the other county. And skip, 1,800, it's going to cost you probably, I think they charge like 15 cents a skip. So, you're going to have to, you're going to be into it. And unfortunately, I do have to go. Well, I'm going to discontinue the video call, and we can keep talking on the phone while I drive.